and welcome to this another episode of Alberon Goes Indie, where today we are playing the lovingly illustrated and gorgeously wicked Crown of Salt. I have the book right here because I remembered to bring it this time again. So proud of myself. Anyway, this is the book. You too can get yourself a copy of Crown of Salt by Tanya Herrero. They have a website where they have many other similarly illustrated adventures where you can see things like these people and this guy who I'm not going to talk about too much. Don't worry about it, guys. And the our favorite bird.
Oh, look at him. Them.
Little lyrebird.
Liar.
It is a fantastically done adventure, focused mostly on artwork and design, and it is so gorgeous to look at. Hardcover book as well. And if you get the digital version, you get to have an additional grouping of maps and whatnot that you can pass out to your players if you are playing from far away. We are running it with the Cairn 2E system. It is designed for Morkborg, but fun fact, Morkborg and Cairn, very similar. You can just transfer that over if Cairn is more your style. Cairn is also available for free on the internet. I am definitely going to mispronounce the author's name, but look it up. And you can get physical copies at your local game store. Support your local nerds. Speaking of local nerds, I'm here with my friends. Liz, Joe, and Vincent. There's 3 of us today. And, well, 3 of them, and 4 of us. Welcome. I'm in the hot seat today. And with that, let's dive back in. Archetypes of story. When last we left off, you delved into the rifts along with the false hero who, sadly, is not here tonight.
Miss Yari.
Miss you too. You explored caverns and rifts, rivers of acid, polar bears of vortex and absentia, beautiful seagulls with crystal wings that did not appreciate you taking a feather and leaving behind the treasures that they guarded.
Look.
But don't worry, you found treasures in the next room in the form of a glowing pearl, so surely that's good. And at the very end of your traversal through the caverns, as the salt began to decay and grime sunk into the creases of your skin, you walked into a cavern, where at the center of the gallery, a tar pit, the air stale and the strong acrid smell, and lower in the gallery, a little, not island, peninsula? I don't know what that's called. What's a little peninsula when it's only like 15 feet long?
A panhandle. A tiny panhandle.
A tiny panhandle. Little Florida.
Oh, look at this Florida. Ooh, the sword of Florida.
There it is, the sword of Florida and a little bit of sweetened mango.
Can only be pulled by the true Florida man.
You too can see images like this and sweetened mango at Alberon RPG, our Instagram. If people take pictures.
Doing it.
One of you, brave enough to artfully slide on a shield and snowboard his way down to the shiny piece of metal below. Momo, the innocent, now stands before a legendary sword of immaculate steel embedded in the smooth rock. Slowly making their way up and into the upper levels of the gallery, we have a hamstrung trickster, and crawling out from a crevice on the side of the gallery that leads to parts unknown by the audience, a newly awakened beast. And indeed, as you, Momo, look down at the sword, the crow flew down as well and repeats a message. Sacrifice, crown, prison. The first new words other than "lar" that it spoke this entire adventure. With this blade, You looked out and heard a rumbling voice as the tar pit roiled with the approach of a massive dragon. Please note, the dragon you see on your screen is not to scale. It is maybe a third or a fourth of the size. And his voice rumbles as he says, "Beautiful, isn't it? And it's mine. All mine." You look at this sword, and the glassy red eye watches you, predatory and proud, eager to show off his singular collection. And icons, this is where we begin our story.
Are you gonna eat me?
Is that why you're here?
No, we are here to kill the Cantigaster, and I think we need that sword.
No, that sword is mine. I won it by rights. I still recall the tender flesh of the one who bore it. And yours does not seem as soft.
Can I trade for it? And I take out the pearl.
You would trade something so small and easily found as a pearl. This sword is one of story, of myth and legend, of a hero's journey to save love. And you would give me a pearl you found in my caverns.
I'll put the pearl away. Where are you two? Because I'm about to do something that is gonna really.
We're standing right there. I
I'm
believe, too.
hamstrung.
You are up the cavern. That's where that's where the trickster is. And Joe, your character is crawling out in between those two. Wait.
How long does it take me to not be hamstrung?
Oh, you have to like heal.
Yeah, in between those two. Right there.
Where did we come in from?
Where those bubbles are.
These?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. And this is what he.
Mm-hmm.
How do I get back up?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start crawling down, and you can see kind of emerging from the darkness here. Vincent, what was your character's name?
Momo.
Yeah, behind you, Momo, you can see a lanky man, bald, with like birthmarks all over them. They wear this really dirty clothing encrusted in mushrooms and other funguses that kind of almost break it apart and then stitch it back together with organic matter. They have a squared face. You can see they kind of have a wide look in one of their eyes. And they're going to walk right up to you like they've always been here. And they're going to look to this dragon and they're going to say, "Noble dragon, we are here for noble reasons as well. What would you have in place of this sword?"
Noble reasons. And what reason is so noble that brings you here, that triumphs over a journey for love?
I was cursed by an evil wizard. Cursed to never know love. Cursed to never have a family or peace.
And the dragon's head turns towards you. And as he does, you realize the reason you didn't see any red eye staring at you is because there is only one red eye. The left one. And you can see now as his face draws nearer and closer to the lantern light, a scar of something ancient that removed said eye. I won that sword. Would you win it from me?
Tell me how. Can I clock why they keep coughing?
You sure can. No roll required. This dragon, massive and ancient, like most things that live in the brine, as he grows harder to hurt, but it is harder to move. And as you look, you see crystals shine across his hide and scale. Crystals of salt. This salinized dragon has been here for eons. And you all had to crawl into this chamber. Food for thought. Again, the dragon that you see is not to scale.
That's depressing. Poor guy.
Do you say?
What's your character's name
Well,
again?
I'm hamstrung. I don't know how to get not hamstrung.
You're just
Hamstring
slowly
is
like
just like your hamstrings.
slowly
so you can
flopping your
talk.
way down.
Okay.
If you want to flop your way down,
If
Okay.
you want to.
how are you getting down? Are you just staying up there and watching the proceedings?
Well, I do have a tiny crystal prism that allows visions of the unknown. If that's something you're interested in swapping.
Visions of the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and roll a will check. I'm going to say it's impaired.
Is that a D6?
That's a d20 against your will score, and you are going to add 4 to your roll.
So I want to do under.
Yep.
Okay. No!
What'd you get?
I got 19 and it would be 6.
And as he coughs, bits of phlegm and particles and rock and tar spit in your direction. No one is so idiotic as to seek the unknown at the precipice of the temple. Although they do taste good, these dumbasses.
How could we win this sword?
The same way I did. And you hear a certain smile that you can't see because the movements are slow and the breathing is labored underneath his heavy carapace.
I mean, you've been in here for a while, dude. Do you want us to help you go outside? I say while I flop on the ground.
At any point, let me know if the dragon is not looking at me with his one eye.
There have been a couple of times. Are you
Let me know the
hoping-
next time. Next time that he's not looking at me, I'm gonna grab the sword and try to run.
Seeing this kind of one eye, and I'm seeing Momo kind of like walk off to one side,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bend down my head, which has like a little hat on it. I'm gonna pull some moss aside, and it reveals a candle that is just attached to this helmet, like a miner's helmet. And I'm gonna just light it up to create just a little bit of like, you know how if you like are in a dark room and you stare at a light, you can't really see beyond it, just to try to create a little bit of visual glare.
His eye begins to close a little bit as he leans back and forth. And
Oh, that's my signal.
Very sorry, and I'll put it out, but I'll do it
Strength roll.
very slow. The salt is affecting my joints.
No! Natural 20.
I might be blinded, but I know when someone touches my things.
If they turn to attack, I'm going to try to steal it.
All right. Go ahead and roll initiative, everyone. That's where we're at.
Oh, I'm glad I rolled that extra character. Not great.
For the folks at home, we are fighting Paramagus,
No.
the salinized dragon.
Yeah.
Oh.
Thinking about the amount of damage that I can do and seeing that is not
Oh, don't
making
worry.
me
That's the Morkborg stat.
Where the hell is this roll a second ago? 3.
happy.
Damn, that would have been a good roll a second ago.
That would have been a good roll a second ago.
Who succeeded?
Nope. I don't even know what the number is, but nope.
It's your dex roll.
17.
No?
Nope.
No?
Yeah.
And yes. All right. The dragon moves towards you. You dare. And as he says that, his mouth opens wide, and I need everyone who is close to
Right.
Momo.
Do I get to go first?
You do get to go first.
Okay. Or does this happen before?
This happens before.
Okay, got it.
His mouth opens wide, and as he gets, and I need everyone close to Momo to roll a dex save.
I'm using this dice.
Are you still halfway up, or have you gotten close to Momo?
Nope, still there.
9. Success.
Success.
Very nice. You will be taking half damage.
Oh, that's
Oh,
not
no,
great.
that's not good.
1 point of damage, half to 0.
Why did you curse me?
Hell yeah.
There is a minimum of 1, but yes,
I have an armor of 1, so does that reduce it to 0?
that does reduce it to
Woo,
0.
same.
I just go.
Is that
"Hup,"
armor
and I
metal?
do a little roll. Is my armor metal? I do not believe so. It is leather.
There you go.
Same.
Is anyone carrying a metal item?
Needle knife.
Consider that gone.
what
a
just
metal
happened?
pail.
As
what
a
happened to-
corrosive breath of fiery acid and salt accelerates the decomposition on this metal equipment. I would say Momo's for sure, and I don't know if the foundling has any metal equipment yet.
Metal pail. Oh, this is not a. I'm not a foundling.
Whatever you are!
Fungal farmer.
Fungal farm.
Forager.
Forager. Sorry,
me
my
too.
handwriting is not good.
And that is the opening volley, as it were.
Okay, is the sword still stuck?
Sword is still stuck.
Did it feel like when I tried to do it, if I try again, that there's a chance I can pull it out? Or does it feel
Nothing
like
felt
super
magical.
Okay.
It just felt like it's stuck there. Like something large and maybe a little bit more spry.
I would say
put it there.
you're right next to me, so you can see I'm reaching for something that looks very greasy on my belt.
Okay. In that case, I am just going to sling. You know what? I have a sling, so I'm gonna try to sling and hit in the one eye, the one
right.
red eye.
So
Go
guys,
for
listen. If we're willing to roll up a lot of characters, we can keep War of Attrition.
Pocket sand, but like
Pocket
1
sand.
grain.
So this is impaired.
Yep.
So you're going to roll 1 die size lower.
Yep. 1 damage.
1 damage. Not enough for the threshold there.
Damn.
But
That sucks.
it was a good effort. And as the dragon turns towards you, you see a massive paw sloop its way out of the tar pit and come for you. Mother! Not here. And that's 3 points of damage.
All right, let's see.
Momo, you gotta live forever.
So that's 2 points of damage to my strength.
Mhm.
I'm still up, but not looking
So
good.
it's taking it to your strength. So I would
Oh,
love
right.
for a critical strength save.
Fail. What happens? Blah.
And you are inside the dragon's mouth. Not dead, but you're in there.
Okay.
okay.
What if I don't want to be in here?
You
Make
feel
a freaking check.
the dryness of this dragon's mouth as he struggles to swallow you. You are not exactly easy prey.
Hmm.
And that brings us to the beast and the trickster. How will you save your ally, who you kind of just met?
You don't really need to save
Because
me.
we just met, my eyes immediately go for the sword. I want to pop this miner's grease off my belt, dump it on the sword into like the little crevice where the crack meets it, and then just planting my foot, you can see all the fungus begins to kind of like shudder and fall away, and little elements of fur begin to burst through, and his teeth get just a little bit longer, and he just and tries to pull this thing out.
That's going to be a negative, so a -2 to your roll.
Okay.
So that's a strength roll.
That is going to be a 6, which is a success.
Fantastic. With this addition of this grease from your travels in the woods and amongst the slippier things, you feel this sword initially resist and then tug free. And you catch the red glint of this eye as it focuses on you. You can still move.
So, from what I'm seeing here, there are these 3 little, like, dots of land. Is this over here? Like, is this something I could go behind?
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know where the fuck that goes.
That looks like a
Indeed.
stalagmite, judging by
is.
those, so that might be hard to stand on.
Yeah, have we also been traveling? Which way have we been traveling so far? Like, along
This is the way
river
we
this
came
way?
from. We came from this
So
cave.
you
and
crawled out of a pit that did not have an exit, really. You kind of found a dead end.
Yeah, take a little nap.
You did take a little nap. And why don't you just roll a d20 for a luck check for me?
10.
Ooh, right in the middle.
Yeah, not helpful.
Yeah, that isn't helpful, but good to know. Would you have crawled out of a very narrow space? One that would require you to basically get almost stuck?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Or would you have climbed out from a deep pit?
That narrow space.
All right. As I break my thing. Break. Unbreak. There we go. I have unbroken it. Roll a d12 for me.
Oh, no, so many dice.
So many dice.
7.
One of the things that you found in your adventures is a dark metal gauntlet stained with blood, which you now wear, and it was not destroyed by the dragon's breath.
Oh.
It does increase the damage of melee attacks by 1d6. But there is an issue if you roll low on your damage.
Yeah, I'm fighting a dragon and I'll die.
Yeah, that's the issue. Anything from the trickster? Oh, yes.
I was gonna run.
Yeah, where are you going to run?
So, as we've been walking, we've kind of been walking parallel to this river, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna run off towards that little cave opening that I see.
Yes.
How far
So-
do we get?
I would say, let's go D&D rules, let's say 30 feet for action movement. And you can see there is a slight incline that leads to a bit of an easier climb.
Okay.
One that you think you could make in one round.
Okay, I look and I turn and I see you, a fellow fungal forager, and I'm just gonna say, no fungus down here, we have to go. And I'm just gonna be running, holding a crazy gauntlet and a crazy sword.
Indeed. And
Abandoning
as-
Momo.
As,
Oh, yeah, I saw him get eaten by a dragon. No way. That's even a third that size.
But no crunch, though. We didn't hear a crunch. We just heard a swallow. Right?
You did hear it. You did hear the snapping of teeth. And the dragon screams in rage, just enough for you to be able to see the little arm of Momo struggling to free himself from the tongue.
So, So listen, Dragon, I am a fungal forager known for journeying, talking all the time, and I want to tell you a story about my brother's aunt's cousin's father-in-law, Luke Skywalker, and
So you
he
wanna
married my
distract
husband.
the dragon.
And
Filibuster.
Well, that's a will check for me.
Just go straight Ben Stein.
will check.
Let me tell you about my friend, Luke Skywalker.
So I think I rolled a d6 when I did mine, not a d20 for my wills.
So will would have been a 3d6 for roll.
Yeah.
3. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So no.
No. It's a nice thought, though.
Oh. Can I add?
It looks like you rolled just 1d6 for each one.
Yeah.
So you roll 2d6 more for each one. But say for now that this fails, because I think that would be... What is this here?
3 and
Oh,
I
I mean, that
2.
probably succeeds.
Yeah, that probably succeeds.
Okay.
Yeah, you would have had a minimum of 3.
Yeah.
So if you have like a 1 or a 2 on there,
Yeah.
no. So yes, that does succeed. And I would say that rather than fully distracting the dragon, because it's not quite that much of an interesting story, it does draw his attention and slow him down a bit. He will move closer. If you could put the dragon right at the edge of where that large crystal is.
I do have a droning voice, so usually when I tell people stories, they're so bored that they fall asleep.
This is a very old dragon. He is distracted. And he is not going to be focused so much on the small creature that might be just below his face. Which brings us to the top of our initiative and to Momo on the inside. Are you doing anything in there, Momo?
Yeah, I tried to climb out.
Okay, how are you doing that?
Let's see. Well, you destroyed my needle knife,
I did.
so I don't know. Let's see. Well, I have protective gloves, so I guess I'll just use that and try to climb out. I mean, where am I? Am I like
You are in
an
the mouth.
esophagus? Oh, I'm
Yeah.
in the mouth.
Yeah. You're battling the tongue as he talks.
Oh, I see.
And as he tries to swallow you.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll just try to find anything I can put my hand on and just try to climb and jump out.
We'll call that a dexterity check.
Okay. Success!
Very nice. You find yourself grabbing onto a bit of diseased tooth that has,
Ooh, a cavity.
indeed, something that's begun to rot away. And as you hold on, you grab onto a bit of inflamed gum where inside, and as you get closer, the smell is awful.
Oh.
And your homunculi look down into this crevice and begin to start to poke at what is inside as old teeth that grow on top of each other and continue to decay inside his mouth. Go ahead and roll a d6 for me as your little tiny friends
2.
provide 2 points of damage.
Ha!
Does that beat the threshold?
2 points of dental damage.
To do damage to him?
Yeah.
Yes, but he's inside the mouth, so he was not impaired.
It's dental damage.
It is dental damage. And once more, you hear rumbles from inside the dragon as the inside of his mouth is inflamed and engulfed. And I get to roll a d6 because it is now Paramagus's turn. Ooh, that's good for me. You will automatically fail because you are in his mouth, but you are holding on, so you're not swallowed, because that would have happened. And I need a dex save from the two of you.
So I'll just roll these.
Yeah, quickly add 2d6 to your score.
Succeeded by 1.
Ooh!
I won it.
Very nice. So y'all are taking half damage. 3 points of fire damage, except for Momo, who takes 6.
Alright, I don't think I'm gonna pass. You need a strength critical fail, right? I don't think I'm gonna pass this. Fail.
Super cool roll, though.
That was very cool. And it ended like right on the corner of his dice
that
tray.
was very cool.
It's beautiful. But yes, as this fire breath shoots out from right next to you, you are able to see the click and spark as the brine and the acid ignite directly in front of you.
Terrible place to be.
Damn,
Terrible
sodium
place
fire?
to be. Sodium fire.
That's crazy.
And as the toxic sludge drips out, you find yourself, Momo, consumed.
Oh,
The
damn.
parts of you that are left, yeah.
And we may
Roasted
see
me
the
and
innocent
ate me.
further along in our journey. The two of you, however, are free to continue on.
Question.
Answer.
I have this sword in my hand with the gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make an attack as I run away?
Sure can.
That's what I'm going to do.
Oh,
I'm going to turn and I'm going to say, "Not that guy!" And I'm going to slash because I don't know Momo's name.
this sword is a D8 plus 3.
Ooh. Plus the D6.
Plus your D6, yes.
That is going to be 11 points of damage.
Damn!
Yeah.
Paramagus screams in agony as this sword, his old foe, is wielded once more in the hands of small folk. The sword lashes out in your hands alive, complete with a gauntlet of wrath in your holding it aloft. And you strike. You slash off layers of salt and scale, finding the deep, almost just clotted and congealed blood beneath of this ancient being. And now attacks against Paramagus are no longer impaired,
I think you should just kill him.
as this sword decimates his hit point pool.
Damn.
Ooh.
Decimates, you say.
I decimate.
Ah.
Can I, so I am a little bald man with
You're a little ball man.
with a chiseled face, apparently. But I do have in my pocket a torch fungus, which is a very strong, fiery blue light. Can I rub that on my bald head and point it right at his eye so that he is impaired?
Sure.
It's like a beacon of light,
A beacon of light.
Burning
Trying
blue
the
light.
same trick once more.
but it's burning blue light.
Let's go. So, can you read for me this fungus? I want to be sure exactly what the description of this fungus says.
What is it?
Torch fungus.
Where'd you get it from?
Backstory.
Fungal.
Yeah, from a forager.
Torch fungus. When crushed, it creates a cold blue light for a short while. Jesus.
Can I see that, by the way, when you're done?
I was a little concerned with torch fungus that you might be setting your head ablaze. But nope.
Sorry.
It's literally just a blue light that is shining off from your shiny pate.
But because I have a shiny head.
But because you have a shiny head, a shiny
I
pate.
also have a shiny bald head with the little candle glowing on top
that's
of it.
Good God, men.
And as that's happening, I can see that this creature is badly hurt by that. So turning, my heart filled with courage and rage for the loss of that guy, I am going to use my movement to try to kite this creature away from the other fungal forager.
Danny
And I'm
DeVito.
going to turn as I slash across. I'm going to shout out, "Oi, Danny, I didn't see you there! If I fall, take this sword and finish this beast." And I'm going to, drop to all fours, reverse the grip on the sword, and, now longer teeth, fur bursting from the skin, running like a beast to get away from this creature, or at least turn its attention away.
Very nice. So I will say, give me a dex check for your blinding torch fungus to make sure you aim it correctly. And I will roll one to see if he succeeds.
Well, my dex is 9, though.
Still, you just need to roll under.
Where was this
Yeah.
roll yesterday?
But I didn't. I rolled over, right?
Oh, it's a 12. Sorry, I thought it was a 2.
Yeah, that would be nice.
While he's not thoroughly blinded, he is once more distracted, and his main target of ire remains on you. As, despite having a thing automatically slash him, he has little bits of blind spots and has lost track of the small creature beneath. Unfortunate. Let me know, Vincent, when the...
I have it ready already.
All right. So I will say go ahead and roll a dex check and let me know if you succeed or pass.
Is there anything set up back there? I'll grab minis for the two of them.
Fail.
Dinosaurs.
All right. So that brings us back to Paramagus. Will he get his breath back? Nope. He instead moves towards you. So if you could move the dragon mini closer. He can only go so far. There, right there. A little bit back. Oh. So he's not quite in base contact with you, which is unfortunate for me. He looks over at you and he says, "Shiny creature, I will enjoy eating you the same way I did her. I devoured her flesh as she cried out for him, and him unable to hear or save the one who came for him. Traveled so far for her dear love, but it was too late."
I love that gender swap.
And that brings us to the three of you. We're going to start with the beast, who is in the best position, potentially. And we will introduce your character at the end.
So running on all fours still with the sword grip reversed, I'm just going to leap off this Florida and I'm going to land on this creature's back and attempt to plunge the sword into it.
Dex check to succeed. As you're making a leap.
I know, I had to do it.
It's so cool.
Natural one.
Fuck yeah!
Oh my god.
Swoosh! In your bestial form, your claws dig into the crusted layer of salt on these steps that have been here from time immemorial. And with the traction that your claws give you and the streamlined, lithe, muscular form you now inhabit, you launch onto this dragon. Not his back, not his tail, but his neck. As indeed this massive creature has been here and been sedentary for too long. And you seek to end his suffering. Go ahead and roll damage. D8 plus D6 plus 3.
Does the natural one do anything?
The natural one got you to his neck.
Gotcha. That is going to be 13 points of damage.
Damn!
Each dice higher than the last time.
Fuck. He is looking terrible. And as he thrashes around and roars, the cavern echoes and reverberates. Rocks begin to shake and shudder as pebbles begin to trickle down from the ceilings, and you see uneasy shards of salt encrusted on the falling stones begin to move. And off in the distance you hear as the salt crystals appear to be falling. And the tar pit is catching some of them. But much more, and you will have more than the salinized dragon to deal with. That brings us to the trickster. As you continue your archetype's stated desire of keeping beasts occupied from the true goal that you have within, what are you doing?
Listen, Dragon, I know I look really, really delicious, but I'm carrying a bioluminescent snail. So if you eat me, it's going to eat you from the inside out, and it's going to be a really painful death. Like, I know you have some cavities, but this is a whole other pain that I'm talking about. So listen, shit's falling from the sky right now, and we all got to get out. So I can help you, or we can make this difficult. You know, I'm gonna name you Bob. I don't know if you have a name, but we could do this together. I say as a blue light projects from my bald head.
He's not close enough to hurt you. But damn, does he want to. He glowers at you. A blade that will not rust. And a tiny fungus rot in my house, my castle. You long for the sword. Enjoy it. It's a heavy burden to bear. And with that, we introduce our new innocent, struggling from up the side of the tar pit and from the columns right there, up on the columns themselves. Yeah, those things. You're that's the best place to put your mini, but you are very technically closer to the safety than it seems. Yeah, like you would be right there, but no good place to put mini.
Oh, I see.
Describe your character for us. Nice.
All right. So I also rolled a fungal forager.
Fungal forager. This team of 3 fungal foragers is about to kill a legend.
Hey, you know how I feel about mushrooms.
All right. So out comes this fungal forager with a scrawny physique, web skin, and a perfect face with elegant clothing.
From the tar pit comes out the handsomest dude.
But he just finds the best mushrooms to rub in his face. Immaculate skin. Do I have to roll anything else? Like
A D12.
D12?
I imagine young Hercules from like the animated Disney movie.
6.
Except short.
You too are looking for your brother here. As Moira was searching for her brother,
A lot of brothers go missing here.
you, the third sibling, your brother and your sister both ventured into the rifts in search of fame and fortune, a resourceful individual. And your sister, less resourceful, but still wonderful. She tries really hard, and she's got a cool bird. Biscuits. You are here to save both of them.
Is Biscuits in the room with us? Is the Biscuits in the room with us? Because they were with the party, right?
The Biscuits is with you. There is a fourth who has been going alongside, but they seem to have fled into the night.
I do like that you is Biscuits in the room.
Yeah.
Biscuits is not invisible. You have 2 birds. You've got a raven and a crow.
Yeah, the invisible ones I'm like no longer counting.
Well, the invisible rat has been devoured, as has the homunculus, and the invisible snowy owl just said, "Fuck this."
So I see Biscuits.
You see,
but I don't see Moira.
You don't see Moira.
Okay, in that case, can I get to the dragon and hit him?
You want to get to the dragon and hit him? How are you getting to the dragon?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
From the back of this dragon, I'm going to see this other fellow fungal forager come down, and I'll look and I'll say, "Fellow fungal forager, leap on this dragon and vanquish him. It's easier than it looks."
It's really not.
Holding this huge gauntlet sword that is clearly like magical. Maybe easier for a reason.
Okay. He's like super spiky, right? Like spikes all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I have a 25-foot rope. I want to make a lasso and toss the rope to hook onto one of these spikes and use that to start climbing towards the dragon.
That will be your action.
Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be a dex check to succeed on getting it on the dragon.
Okay. I don't think it's gonna work. Well, God damn, it worked.
Wow.
Sorry.
Y'all are too silly. Too silly. Anyway, you lasso this dragon with your 25-foot rope, getting onto one of these salt spikes, and you can begin making your way across.
And while I'm doing
somehow.
that, where's my sister? Did you eat her?
And with that, we come to Paramagus, who desperately wants his breath weapon back because all of you suck. Unfortunately, no, but he does have a new target who's not on him and who's right there. And as he reaches up to claw at you, God damn these rolls! You take 2 points of damage.
Oh man.
Dead.
And for you, he reaches around and he bites and snaps at the thing that tries to crawl up his neck. And there we go. And you take 4 points of damage.
I still have 1 hit point left.
Oh, we're still in it.
Still in it.
Do we die when we get 0 hit points?
No,
or we
you
go-
start subtracting from your strength, and then you die.
And you have to roll checks every time you take damage.
As you scream out, "Where's my sister?" and the dragon lashes out, confused and concerned at this sudden invasion from all sides by little tiny mushroom folk covered in fungal strands and slime mold. What do y'all do?
I'm still around this creature's neck.
You're still around this creature's neck.
I'm gonna take with my non-gauntleted hand the sword and like put it underneath this dragon's throat. And with the gauntleted hand, I'm gonna grab the blade, and then I'm just going to say, "This is for that stranger." And I'm gonna twist my whole body around to try to just cut this dragon's head off and hopefully land closer to the exit if I do not succeed.
All right, so we're gonna have you roll damage because this is Cairn and every attack hits.
Yeah. 10 points of damage. Is that plus anything? It was plus.
+3.
That's 13 points of damage.
Did it?
Oh no!
I need a dex check for you to land where you want.
And so what is it? It went way farther than I wanted it
Oh
to.
my god, it's a natural 1.
I'm gonna torque my whole body over, and as he does that, as the beast, he turns into like this almost like Wolverine-like lycanthrope, and just tears this entire creature's head off. The sword just spattering blood onto the floor, corrosive, burning the stone, and still on all fours as part of like the beast form. He is going to turn and say, "It's unstable, we must escape." And he's going to start galloping towards this exit.
Karen needs a moment.
With the glory that the two of you have witnessed, and falling into the tar pit as the dragon's form sinks, I need a dexterity check, -2. No, +2, I'm sorry, to your roll from our new friend.
Fail.
As you fall into the tar pit, it is a strength check to get out of
Does
the
it
tar
help
pit.
that I have rope on the dragon? Tied
That's
to the dragon?
partially why you're falling,
Oh yeah.
because the dragon is also falling.
Well. If it isn't
The consequences of
the
your own
consequences
actions.
of my own actions. Strength check?
Yes. Strength check. And you, I can say, are no longer hamstrung.
Nice.
Your heroics at the edge have saved you.
Okay.
You've had enough time to recover.
Success on the strength.
As you grip onto one salt crystal that calls out to you, you see biscuits land on the salt crystal and say, "Ow! What is that?" And you climb forth.
And I watched her death be avenged.
Sure! Lar. And as you all begin to exit the cavern, running for your lives into the safety, theoretically, of the rifts of the salt plain, leaving behind this dragon, you look down at the immaculate steel sword. This sword is gorgeous. the forging of immaculate steel vanished before the gods, and its secrets lie beneath the various strata of the world. The bearer's duty is to protect what they hold most dear, a heavy burden. The edge never rusts or breaks, but engraved upon it is a message that transcends any language. And as you read it, you must think on it. Make a vow for your great cause, or purposeless, the edge will crumble to dust. And what is the vow that you make?
As he's like escaping into this other cavern and holding onto this sword, in his mind, seeing the dragon crumble for the very first time, for Milo, this is a sign that perhaps he really can break this curse. And that is what he vows to do. To kill the Canthagaster and to break this curse.
Vow made. We think on story. Once upon a time, there was a princess from a distant kingdom, and she fell in love with a king whose name the world has forgotten. The king had to march to protect his kingdom, but he promised himself to the princess and gave her a blade that, like their love, would never rust. He left, and behind, only the familiar of his sorcerer returned. The promised princess followed it after the king. The world also forgot her name. And because this is a great place for us to take a break, as our friends head off back to the caverns and to a bright red light at the end, we will be back in about 10 minutes. See you then. Welcome back to this, our episode of Crown of Salt, a wonderfully illustrated adventure for Morkborg, or Cairn, if you're into retheming things like that, like me. I am here with my friends, and now, so are you. If you missed us from before the break, we just finished battling a dragon. They did fantastic. And if you want to watch it, you can check out our YouTube at Alberon RPG, where this will air in the future. I'm not sure when Joe puts the Sunday sessions up, but they're in the future!
At 8 o'clock, when I remember. Not this week.
We're here for fun. The three of you run into the rifts from which you came. As you return to the hall, the way behind, stale and stagnant, the crow stands now, small, safe, in front of the only lit path. I mean, aside from the shining blue light on top of Danny's head there. But overpowering that blue light is one of red. Fiery flame. To the right. Are you continuing down that path, or are you calling it quits and heading up the rifts once more?
I'm gonna pause.
That was amazing. Are you the legendary fungal forager hero Milo?
I'm gonna turn, I'm gonna take the sword, kind of admiring it a little bit, and also taking out some rations to eat because that heals HP? Question mark.
It does if you rest.
How long do we have to rest for?
You have to rest for at least an hour here.
Shit.
We can rest for an hour, if that's what you want.
Is the ice, the salt crystal still falling down?
You've left that cavern.
Okay. I'm gonna look at my allies and say, perhaps we should rest here for a moment. And yes, I am Marla.
Oh, I do the fungal salute. Who are you?
I am also a fungal forager.
I could tell by the wear.
My
That's
name is Danny DeVito, and I'm known
and then you know the salute.
for my very monotone storytelling.
I'm gonna sit down.
I'm totes.
I'm gonna take my rations out. I'm gonna give a ration to each of you.
Oh,
And I'm going to
tastes
say,
better than mine.
you need to keep your strength up. We've had dangerous things ahead. How much do I know about this red light? Do I know the narrator tale that was just told?
Nope.
Anything could be up ahead, and we must be ready. Oh.
What is
How
it?
much do I heal?
So you get 1 HP per hour of rest.
Shoot.
What about ration? Is that counted?
You have to eat to regain the HP.
Well, 1 hour was double my HP, so... Yeah, we'll spend an hour resting. You know what? Do you have that book with the... Because let me see in Fungal Foragers, because I rolled on my little thing and I got a fungus.
While you look that up,
Yeah.
are the birds with us?
The birds are with you.
Biscuits and Crow?
Mhm.
Oh. Can you fellow fun guy tell me what happened to... And I point to Biscuits, what kind of bird again?
Raven.
Raven. The owner of that bird, her name was Moira. She's my sister.
Not the foggiest.
Oh, they're new. Moira died before they came along.
Oh.
I was
Moira
with the people
able...
before them. And now I'm here.
How did she die?
You're a talking bird.
Yes!
Where did you learn that?
I don't know.
Moira
Going this way.
Moira taught Biscuits.
That makes sense.
So how did Demora die?
I don't think it was there.
Was she able to find name of lost brother?
Quarter.
What was it?
Quarter.
Quarter. Was she able to find Quarter?
Nope. Probably for the best.
Why?
That guy sucks.
I know. I'm not even sure why I'm here risking my life to find him.
Because you love him.
Can't choose your family. Anyway, that's why I'm here. What brings you two here?
If I get a chemically valuable sample from inside of this cave, I become a very successful scientist, fungal forager.
Can we take a second hour of long rest while we're talking here?
Sure can.
What kind of sample?
That's a great question. Let me consult my books.
The tar from the room we were just in seemed pretty significant. Did you get any of that?
The tar? No,
Yeah, the
I'd be
tar that the
looking
dragon was in?
for a fungal, like a fungus sample. Apparently, I know it when I'll see it, and it's blue, like my bald head.
Well, luckily, you've got strong allies in the world of the fungus here. We can help you find it. But we should be moving. Whatever this red light ahead is probably interesting.
I'm ready. Lead the way, Milo.
We're going to start creeping forward.
As you do, the crow kind of like lands on your shoulder, as I'm assuming, Milo, you are taking the lead.
I am.
And kind of like cocks its head and looks at you. One eye blinks. And then looks forward.
Oh, Biscuits, you made a friend.
He only says one word.
What's the word?
Liar.
What?
Oh, I have one of those.
Liar.
And I take out, I forget, I don't know why I have this, a miniature loot. Can you pass me? Can you pass me the book?
Yeah.
I take out a miniature loot and
I
wow.
take out my own miniature loot.
That's this. How many of you have miniature loots?
What is that from?
I think it's from the D6.
Oh
that you
yes,
rolled.
it's from the bonds.
Celestial loot?
An entertainer wants to visit my home. He left behind a miniature loot. Something rattles inside. I rattle it.
You just see Biscuits like...
I rattled mine.
Biscuits is very confused. I know what's in that one.
What?
I know what's in that one.
You know what's in that one?
What's in that one?
Facts.
Huh.
And as you rattle it, some seeds begin to fall out.
Oh. Sprinkle on the ground. There you go, Biscuits.
The crow just kind of looks a little perturbed.
As we creep towards this red light, can we see any details about what it might be?
Through this narrow tunnel, the rock begins to fall away and instead becomes almost completely covered with salt and eventually opens up into black stone, smooth and glassy. Within layers of obsidian and salt, the lost temple sinks. This chamber opens up, endless and enormous, and a long, almost collapsed stone bridge leads to the entrance, adorned with remnants of charred scum. And beneath the bridge, a sea of lava. On the other side, a grand arch, blocked by a flaming wall, framed between crumbling pillars of architecture from no known era. And above, bright and painful to gaze upon, a flickering orb of light pulses, resembling an eye. And the crow flies down from your shoulder and lands at the beginning of the bridge. Kind of hops and flaps a little bit, waiting for the three of you.
Is there anything that we can see that might be a safer way across than this bridge?
Give me a will check.
I can't read these. That is a fail.
The bridge seems to be the only way across.
Does anybody else have rope?
I've got 25 feet of rope.
Yeah, same.
I left my rope with the dragon.
We might be able to do something with this rope to make the bridge more stable.
How far is the bridge across?
So the bridge is almost collapsed.
Yeah.
It does appear to be stable.
Is there some
But
sort
looking at it,
of, like, some sort of peg on the other side that the bridge is attached to that we could potentially try to throw?
longer than 25
Fly.
feet.
What about 50 feet?
Longer than that. It's a long bridge. What does catch your eye, though, are thin black traces on the bridge itself, as if something concentrated and intense blazed and scorched the rock. And amongst the rubble, things glint a little.
How far down? Is the rubble's below, right?
The rubble is on the bridge. Below is just a sea of lava.
Lava.
Oh, I see.
Can I inch forward and try to reach forward and grab whatever is glinting nearest me?
Nothing is nearest. It looks like it terminates at the end of one of these like charred paths.
Okay. Could we ask the bird maybe to fly over and see what that is?
Me?
Yeah.
You can ask the bird.
Okay.
Can I be honest with
Not
you?
my bird, it's Moira's bird.
You see that flaming sphere? You see these scorch marks on the bridge? I think they're related. I think if this bird flies over there, they might get shot out of the sky.
Oh, I don't want to do that.
Is there a way to break that sphere? Do either of you have weapons?
I have sharpened trowels, 5, candle helmet, and +1 armor.
Just our standard issue fungal forager sharpened trowel.
Yeah.
As you say this,
In the middle pail.
the crow flies over to you and lands on the pommel of the sword.
Oh.
And just blinks at the three of you.
Can you remind me what the pommel looks like?
Would you like a picture?
Yeah.
Something has been lovingly drawn and illustrated for us. It's decorative. We'll just give it to the...
Oh, wow.
Whoop. No photos of this book will appear on Instagram because, again, you can buy your own.
So nice. Okay. I'm going to look at this crow and I'll say, can I help you?
Kind of like pecks at the pommel a little bit and looks over at the entrance to the temple.
I'll take this pommel. I'll look up at this orb. Is there some kind of similar appearance between the two?
The orb doesn't appear similar, but something did catch. The dragon kept talking about she and how she was here to save her love. And you do know the story of the Forgotten King, that he had been cursed to wander the temple. Maybe she was here for him.
Well, that's what I was assuming. Princess, right, from the story.
You don't know
But we
the
don't
story.
know, though. Okay.
You, the players, know the story. And you, the audience, know as well.
No other way but across. So I'll start trying to cross the bridge. If I see anything nice and glinty catch my eye, I'll probably try to grab it.
Certainly. You're going first?
I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna have the sword in my hands, and if this thing fires fire, as I believe it will, I'm gonna try to deflect it with the sword like a lightsaber.
And I am going to be prepared to shine my bald blue head at it.
All right. So
Fungal foragers,
Unite!
we advance.
are y'all like putting your arms together
No,
like
no,
this?
no,
Are we
no.
lining up? What's
No,
going on?
I kind of imagine, since you said you were going first, you're technically in the lead, but like I have one hand on your shoulder, I have the sword in front of me, so that I can try to block you two, and then you have your bald blue head, and you're probably like right next to us, so like maybe 3 across.
I'm going to tie the rope I have to where we started and hold on to it just in case.
All right. You've got that 25-foot
Yeah.
security blanket. And you begin to cross this bridge. As you walk, this eye doesn't turn but flickers, and the pulsing begins to grow faster and brighter. And as it does,
Is it me or is that eye changing?
this eye begins to concentrate light. And I need for the trickster, Danny, and for the innocent, whose name I can't quite remember right now.
Totes.
Totes. I keep wanting to call you Momo. I need Totes and Danny to roll a d6 for me.
Unfortunate music timing for that. D6
6.
roll.
4.
The light concentrates on you, Totes. And it begins to focus and narrow.
Do I have
And
time
it grows
to
hotter.
do anything?
You have this very short span of time.
I
You
take
can
a
do
metal
one thing.
pail and I block it.
Is that all? Too bad.
Can I take the sword and try to pass the blade in front of the beam?
Mm.
I will say give me a dex check to be quick enough.
Where the hell are all my d20s?
I don't know. You keep
How wide
throwing
is this
them.
bridge?
120 feet.
I mean,
That is a failure.
3 is out is the comfortable length.
3 people?
Mhm.
Okay.
You
all
are
right.
at the edge. You have a choice of the Sea of Lava or into your friend and hero Milo here. And it begins to burn you
Through the metal pail.
through the metal pail. And you take 9 points of fire damage, which ignore armor.
Fuck.
I rolled a natural 20 on my strength check.
And you are immolated.
Dang.
Alright, I got my next character ready.
What the hell?
At least I met my hero, Milo!
Those poor
Smoky
birds.
skeleton just hits the ground.
And the two of you continue as you tentatively cross along.
Not tentatively anymore. Now it's like a
Now
mad
you
dash.
rush.
Oh yeah.
And as you mad dash across, that glint that caught your eye earlier approaches and your rope draws taut. You have a choice. Hold on to your rope or continue on.
Or we tie your rope.
I'm going. I'm running.
He's
Oh.
running. And your shield runs farther.
What do you mean?
The only thing that seems to be stopping its tracked.
Is the sword.
And as my
Yeah, I'm going. I'm going.
You drop that rope, pass by the glinting gold that lies in the rubble, and continue forward.
And I'll say, "Stay behind me!" And I'll hold the sword up. And I want to try to keep it like right angled so that the eye is like reflecting off of the blade.
Can I, like, as I run my fingers over to see if I can snatch anything while I'm running?
Dex check. Add
It's just
two.
gonna be broken glass.
Add
Dragging
two.
your
Add
fingers
2
through.
to your roll. Because you're just like trailing your fingers along
It's
and
just a pit
hoping
of
that
fiberglass.
it does well.
Add 2 to my roll.
Mhm.
Yeah, fail.
You catch nothing. And as the two of you run and rush, the blade of this sword shines in the red light, reflecting the beam from this eye. And despite rubble crumbling and bits of the bridge falling into the lake of lava below, and the shiny things that you keep passing, which slip through your fingers as you run, you make it to the Grand Arch and its flaming wall. And with all that you know of this light and this flame barrier, holding the sword in front of you, you see the barrier dip a little where the sword draws close, but otherwise unblemished. And sitting and waiting in the dirt, hiding from the light of an eye, you see a small figure.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Hazel. Is the eye still there?
Yep.
I'm going to grab Hazel by the scruff of the collar, and I'm going to say, we've got to go. And experimentally, can I take the sword and try to just touch it to this flame barrier and then draw it down like I'm cutting through a curtain?
Slicing through this flame barrier the same way that you slice through an ancient dragon's venerable neck, the barrier parts
Nice.
and shudders, turning into ash. And as the fire turns into ash, so too does the river of lava beneath.
Oh. Well,
Nothing further bars your path.
let's
And
go.
before you, the heat turns from unbearable agony into cold and humidity. A courtyard once open to the sky is now a chamber of stagnant air covered in salt. There are no footprints. There are no sounds. Only an overwhelming solitude. Crab exoskeletons and fossilized algae mark the white mantle. 2 statues of sea serpents, representing a forgotten sea god, guard the entrance to the temple. Impressive representations carved in stone, now broken and covered in dehydrated algae and salt. And in front of you, heavy bronze gates.
I rolled a 4. Why am I here?
You rolled a 4. Why are you here?
I love this part of the character building is you get part of the way into the narration. You're like, also, wait, why am I alive?
There is a world, another world,
In a world.
deep within the rifts, beyond the gateway to this temple. It's a gateway to mysteries never before seen by man. Perhaps even a way to stop this apocalypse, this never-ending undeath. Some dare to laugh in your face or even condemn you to death for such a ridiculous and heretical theory, but you are not crazy. And you will prove to everyone that you are right, as he who laughs last.
Thank you. I've been stuck there for weeks.
I'm going to nod, and I'm going to say, well, you're with the fungal foragers now. And we're going to turn, and looking at this, we see ahead of us, carved stone, big gateway. You said something about a mantle?
Not mantles, but 2 serpent statues.
Okay.
Can I look at them in closer detail?
Of course. The statues themselves are broken, eroded by centuries of salt and algae growth, and difficult to parse. I'll say it's a will check. It will be impressive to glean anything from this.
Can I do it as well?
Sure.
A will check to be impressed by the statue. I'm impressed by the statue.
How impressed
Success.
are you?
I rolled a 6 and needed an 11.
Okay.
Success. I rolled a 4 and I did an 11.
All right. Carved in honor of a sea god. The statues are similar in style and skill to the carvings in the area, but the gates are really what draw your attention. Because the gates, while rusted and slightly bent, Brine drips from their crevices, and at first glance, the engravings on the surface appear to be intricate reliefs of marine scenes. But it appears to be artistic representation of this sea god's domain. And what appears to be waves and fish and playing dolphins and sea serpents are instead tumultuous waves and endless cycles of tides pulling and breaking the human figures with twisted expressions of terror, trying desperately to escape the never-ending brine. Around the gates, forgotten and useless offerings. And for you, Milo, you find a small statuette of a sea serpent carved out of red coral. Valuable, for sure, to have survived so long in such a harsh environment, with the air of the cavern mixing with the salt.
Danny, I found this. As a fungal forger, you need to be prepared. And I've got so much equipment already. And I'll pass this statue of coral over.
I'll put it in my metal pail. And just swing the metal pail.
I imagine the head just peeks out from the top.
You have a highly valuable statuette, and I'm sure it's fine.
So you said on the door, all of these depicted, horrifying figures and things like that. And this is the sea god. Is there anything stopping us from just opening the store aside from common sense?
It is really just, as you said.
Yeah. I'm going to look at both of you and say, any objections to opening the store?
No. I think what I'm looking for is behind those doors.
Let's do it.
I'm going to crack the doors open.
You crack
Quietly.
the doors open, and as you pull on these rusted handles, they screech against their hinges loud, and a surge of brine sweeps across all of you out the front doors, and I need a strength check from all of you. Please let me know where your pail is.
My pail, carrying it like a handbag.
All right.
Strength 11, I rolled a 10.
Below. I fail.
Fail.
Success.
Success. You are fine. The two of you...
Wait, I rolled under my strength.
you said you...
Strength of 11 and I rolled a 10.
I heard... I rolled an
my
11
fault.
and I needed a 10. Okay, so you are fine as well. The two of you hold and grab on to statues and crevices, but with this pail, you are off balance. And it seems like the statuette itself causes you to stumble as you are dealt 6 points of damage being struck against the rocks as this surge flings you aside. And how much did you fail?
How much did I fail? I needed... Was it strength, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I have an 8 and I rolled a 14.
And did you dip into your strength pool?
Yes.
I need a strength check again for critical damage.
Ooh.
Which dice?
D20.
D20.
Gotta roll under your new strength score.
Nope.
You swallow some of this brine, and it is so salty and acrid. And your stomach and your insides begin to roil. And it's really hard to describe this in a terrifying way, knowing you've named your character Danny DeVito. Roll a d4 for me.
Danny DeVito about to shit his pants.
It's about to shit something.
3.
All right.
His whole self.
You have 3 hours.
3 hours until I die? Okay. Do I know that?
You feel awful.
I feel doomed. Okay.
You feel not just like shit. You are shit.
Okay. Totes, I think you should take this statuette. If anything happens to me, I want to be sure you get it back to be a historic remnant of in our people's culture. Are you a forager?
No,
Oh,
I'm a foundling.
That one has died.
You know what? You are a foundling found by mushroom foragers.
I always
Forge.
wanted some people to belong with. No one's accepted me.
Your family
Being a
certainly didn't.
fungal forager is a way of thinking, and you've got what it takes. You're a fungal forager now.
Sweet.
I promoted him.
I rubbed some of the
I've been knighted. I go down on one knee.
squishy stuff on my head onto
Let
your
the rage
head.
go.
Biscuits just watches all of this and it's like, this is weird. This is weird.
You're a token bed.
Yes.
Let's go.
I enter.
The crow enters as well. And
Then-
beyond the gates.
I'm going to
The
turn
temple
and I'm going to
awaits.
say, as we enter here, we need to be wary of sea demons. Seamans, if you will. Be on the lookout. Make sure that the Seamans do not catch you from behind.
What do they look like?
They're pale, I hear. Salty. Everything in this place. And I'm going to keep an extra sharp eye out for the sea demons.
The audience will note that Milo also has a legendary sword now, and it will be really hard to kill Milo. Milo and his semen. Truly, we all have some. Built to attract the faithful of a god that no longer exists, like the lure of a fisherman. Its walls are made of darkened, smooth stone and banded by erosion effects and covered in algae and patches of barnacles and other bivalves that serve as sustenance for small crabs and aquatic vermin, species long forgotten by man.
You had said crab exoskeletons before.
Mhm.
Were they larger than these?
No,
Okay.
all of these are small.
Okay.
Pittances. And as you approach, how long does your skull flame for?
3 hours, right?
God damn. Oh, no. The torch fungus.
Oh,
Are you still alight? It's been 2.
2 uses. So I guess we can say it's done.
I would say it's done now.
Yeah.
Is there any light that any of you are carrying?
I have
The
a
torch fungus for a short while.
I'm using this red light to guide me.
candle
The
helmet.
red light has dimmed.
Oh.
I have a torch,
have a
so I can light a
candle.
I
torch
have a
if it
torch
starts to
as
get
well,
dark.
but as long as this guy's going to do it, I'll save my torch.
All right. With 1 torch lit
And 1 candle helmet.
and 1 candle helmet, the crabs and crustaceans and small insectoid beings skitter out, hiding in nooks and debris away from this blaze that has interrupted their lives. The false temple has been flooded with brine for a long time. Metal objects have rusted, wood rotted or disintegrated, and all that remains of humanity are salinized fossils, the flesh completely devoured by the tiny translucent isopods. The brine you sense is, and some more deeply than others, is toxic and corrosive in the long term. If you immerse yourself in it, the way Danny here has, you must roll a strength save or die within a certain number of hours as your organs slowly dissolve. As you approach the cold and the damp, you find yourself entering a massive structure. The vaulted ceiling no longer has any decoration except for the salt-encrusted remnants of now extinct mollusks. 4 traversal channels filter brine from the side canals, which disappear into narrow channels and tunnels separated from the gallery by walls, with stone-carved sea serpent heads through their mouths the brine flows. You can hear water echoing on the other side as if cascading into the deep. There are some tunnels. You could potentially pass through these sea serpent mouths. They are that large. And at the end of this gallery, there are 2 doors.
What do they look like?
Rather nondescript, crusted with barnacles and salt and rock and sand. Nothing to give you an indication of what lies on the other side.
Crow is the liar. A crow, right? The crow is a liar.
Yeah.
The liar
Crow
bird.
is the bird that says liar.
Yeah. Yes, that. Crow. We should go through the left door. Right? We should go through the left door.
Why are you asking the crow?
It seems to have more information, these 2 birds, than we would have from a normal crow who doesn't speak.
You see the bird hops down and hops between the 2 doors, leans one head to the one side on the left, and hops across. You've not been with this bird for a long time. You've seen its use just before its previous owners died.
Yes.
You just handed it off, chain of custody.
But whereas before it seemed confident in the direction you should travel and how you should travel, that confidence seems to have faded. And you have maybe entered a place that the crow has trouble recalling. And as it hops between the 2 doors, I would like for, let's see, roll a d20 for me for the crow.
15.
And it kind of stops in front of the right door, pecking and confused.
Well, it's pecking on the right door. Does it mean he wants us to go to the right door?
What does it mean that there is trouble behind the right door? Is there anything about these 2 doors that looks different? They're very nondescript.
Anything else in the room?
Give me a will check to
them?
investigate, if you would like.
Particularly on what I'm looking for is success.
Success.
The doors
5.
are nondescript. I'm
Is it
gonna
a
look
D20?
Yeah.
for anything in the room that seems asymmetrical.
Success.
Left and right. But you know what I mean?
Do you find bone fragments and pieces of pottery, evidence of ancient offerings? But one thing glimmers that remains, and you find a medallion wrapped in algae. As you peel layers of growth away and eventually scrape the rust, you find a medallion that has hinges.
Oh.
And as you open, you see a small portrait of a young girl.
Is there a crow on her shoulder?
There is no crow.
Okay. Oh, she is both young and a girl.
And her name, Talia Lar. The style is not recognizable to you, very old. And not clumsy, but the engravings aren't as sophisticated. And while it doesn't give you a clear indication of which path to take, it at least tells you that other people have been here. And the crow sits once more and just kind of like begins to roost a little bit in front of the right door.
We could either split, or I think we should follow the crow.
What do you think?
I have no idea. What would a fungal forager do in this case?
I can lead the pack forward and then call out once I'm 10 feet in.
Very brave of you. I accept.
I already feel doomed, so might as well.
Doomed as you are, passing through this gallery, the roar of water cascading into some endless pit begins to sync with the sound of blood rushing in your ears as you take the right door.
Mm-hmm.
You open this door. And are you stepping through it?
Yes. Stand back.
I stand back.
I stand back.
As Danny shouts, stand back, and indeed a shout is needed, they open the door and fall.
What was that?
Fall. Don't come in here!
The sound of their shout lost.
I feel like shit.
And Danny, you fall, and you fall, and you fall, as the draining in the gallery has not yet finished, but you are caught in a large pool, deep, filled with brine.
More.
More.
brine
But
too.
thankfully, you've already ingested it.
I'm already
You've
dying.
already died.
Thankfully, you're already dead.
You're already salinated.
The crow flies in over top of this seemingly endless, bottomless pit and over into the dark as the water falls over the edge and just kind of flaps and looks back at the two of you.
I'm gonna peer out. Will the other door lead to the same kind of place, can I tell?
It seems as if the wall continues.
What do you mean?
That it doesn't go this way towards the left door. It goes this way.
I'll go over. I'll look down. How far down is this water?
You can't tell as it's just too dang dark.
I take my torch and I light it. And I throw it off the edge.
Your torch falls, and as it does, it illuminates a deep waterfall that falls from a great height that you are currently at to a deep pool. And eventually you see the face of Danny DeVito light from this pool. You did this to yourself. And as this torch falls, I need makes this a strength check?
Oh, right, to like fight against the tar.
To fight against the current that
Hell yeah.
Natural
Ooh.
one.
you successfully swim to one side, avoiding this torch.
Oh. Is it in that brief moment, did I see any potential way to recover our friend Danny?
No.
Danny!
What you did see, however, was you can survive getting down there.
I can see like the crystals forming on Danny's mouth.
And
Survive
as-
is a strong term.
And Danny, you make your way to one side as coral growing on the side of this pool has made a kind of coast that you are able to climb out from.
Can I drop my glow snail into the pool
Sure.
below me? It's a soft bioluminescent light that feeds on one ration every 2 days. So I feed it a ration and drop it, hoping it will illuminate the cave more.
It certainly will, and so will its corpse. You're dropping a snail into a pool of salt.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm going to look down. I'm going to say, Danny, we'll meet up with you somewhere further along. Sorry. and I'm going to open the left door.
Did he make it? I mean, I'm guessing so since you were talking to him.
No. I'm going to open the left door.
Are you stepping through?
I'm going to look before I step now.
Do you have a torch?
Nope.
I'm holding a torch.
Got a guy behind me with a torch.
I hand it over.
I'll step aside
Since
so
you're-
that you can lead the way in.
I just kind of look at the way and
Are you dropping? Because indeed, that is a waterfall going over the edge. Or are you holding on to it?
I'm not dropping it. I'm just kind of lighting it, but now I can see that there's a waterfall. And I look to the right door. Do they both look the same?
Yeah.
-1 Danny DeVito.
-1 Danny DeVito.
We should go down the one that Danny went down, right?
Yeah. If we land on Danny, maybe that'll break our fall.
Yeah, I mean, we could do that. Oh, do you have any rope?
Is there anything illuminated in the pool by
No.
the snail?
I don't.
We will get back to you.
So this is the plan then?
The crow flies back in and hovers a little bit in front of what appears to be a sort of crust against one far wall.
What's... Can I... Is it possible to reach this wall, or is it over the pit?
I would say it's not over the pit. It's past the 2 doors. Give me one
I'm
second.
confused.
So am I. I think I've misstated the architecture of this room. Hold, please.
I'm imagining we're in a room, and there's 2 doors, and each door just opens, and both
Yeah.
is a waterfall. But
But-
one goes left and one goes right.
Yeah.
The one on the left, I
there's a
imagine,
wall
is
between-
closer to the water.
There is a wall between the 2,
Okay.
but I have misstated the architecture.
I think the waterfall is on both.
There's a
So
hole
the
down
waterfall is what I actually had you. So you're back up at top. We're gonna just rewind a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
The fun thing about stories is you can always go back a few pages to see if you missed anything.
Load save state.
And indeed, we have
There's a hole down.
a few pages that had been stuck together.
Oh, it's probably because of all the,
Oh
the
my-
sea demons.
I can't believe you've done this.
You're the one with the stuck pages.
I will say, let the tape show. That when I introduced the Siemens, I didn't break character. I wasn't being silly.
I agree. Yes, there are 2 doors, to the left and to the right. But there is also that crust as the canals seem to flow forward further into the temple. So this crust is very thin and you can break it to further move forward. Maybe by a certain blade.
I'll draw out my wooden trowel.
Indeed.
And holstering it again, I'll swing this big ass sword and shatter this. To kind of hack and slash, almost like they're jungle vines, and we're clearing a path to move forward.
The echo of your blade resonates through a forest of columns. The walls are adorned with the reliefs of marine scenes in which a congregation seems to throw offerings to the sea. And now that I figured out what I did with my notes, I understand. In the center of the nave, there is a perfectly circular pit, now filled with brine. And at the other end of the nave rises a platform with a stone altar.
What's a nave?
It's like the corner, the
This room, just past the entrance gallery.
A nave is a room?
It's like where the congregation would sit.
Okay.
it's where all the pews are.
Oh, I see.
To the north and south are 2 stone doors, which would be doop, doop. And ahead, the altar. And back to the west, the door you came through. Now a crusted rift.
So straight ahead altar, door on the left, door on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The first door to the left is closed, and the second to the right is open.
Can I clamber up to the altar since I already feel doomed? I'm a little bit more reckless than usual.
Of course. Made out of solid stone built on a raised platform, and on it there is a tablet fitted into a recess in the center. A wind instrument.
Imagine like a
Yeah.
I imagine an iPod immediately.
Damn it.
iPad.
A wind instrument made from seashell rests on a stone stand anchored to the altar. So tablet, stone tablet,
Mhm.
and a wind instrument
What
made
does
from
the
seashell.
tablet say?
I need a will check, please, to understand it.
Can I also look at it and make a will check?
The two of you must.
I'm going to
Would
turn
succeed.
around and kind of watch everything else other than this tablet just to make sure we don't get snuck up upon.
Fail.
Succeed.
The letters ebb and flow in your vision, but the brine in your gut speaks, and you are able to read this. Your dominion is the beginning and the end. Take us back to the whole. Whole spelled W-H-O-L-E, not hole as in the pit in front of you.
That was my first thought.
Those two doors, they open up to waterfalls, and so the waterfalls that kind of go
So
down.
the waterfalls, I apologize.
Okay, no waterfalls.
The waterfalls exist, but they are beyond the canals. So the
Gotcha.
canals flow into those waterfalls.
Gotcha, okay.
The doors lead elsewhere.
Can we go take a little... Well,
You can backtrack if you'd like. There are more doors in this nave.
Wait. What does the tablet say? I can't read it.
And I read it out loud in Kara's voice again.
As Danny reads, I need everyone listening to make a will test. Your dominion
fail.
is the beginning and the end. Take us back to the whole.
Fail.
And Danny, you watch as you read these words. Glassy eyes overtake your two companions
Uh-oh.
here. And they stand straight, rapt, and focused on you, waiting.
Hello? Hello? Knock, 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 knock. Hey. They're just staring at me.
Mhm.
Okay. I pick up some algae on the floor, like snowballs, like make a snowball out of it and try to whack one of them with it.
Sure. Just like the softest algae you can find, or are you looking for something sturdier?
Just the softest one that would, knock them back into consciousness.
So, unfeeling, but you watch as this soft mush, you slap it into their face. Not enough to cause any harm.
All right. Dang it. I don't trust this shell, but I'm going to do it because I have no more fear in my heart. So let me go blow this shell.
So, as you
No, that
turn from your companions, who stand watching your every move, attentive and waiting, you pick up this seashell flute. There are small little holes carved into the side to allow airflow and different notes to pass. And do you play any tune? Or are you playing it at all?
Let's play Happy Birthday.
As you play, I need you to roll a will test.
That should be like written into the
I
book
need the
upside
two
down.
of you to also roll a will test and add 2 to your roll.
Fail.
Succeed.
Fail on the +2.
Let's see.
On the book, upside down, it says, if the player sings happy birthday, they win.
You watch as your companions begin to solidify as salt overtakes their bodies. Salinized.
Can I play the flute again, but do the song backwards?
This might be our last session of Crown of Salt, everyone.
Black Sabbath.
Yes, go ahead and play and roll a will test for me.
Do I get plus on anything? Fail.
The roiling in your gut.
Oh, dang.
Your skin begins to swell as if you've been underwater for far too long. And the two of you, as you are snapped loose from your trance the second your bodies turn into pillars of salt, you are still conscious, watching as Danny DeVito here, his eyes and ears begin to bleed, and your lungs explode in a climax of barotrauma. You have the bends above water.
Nice.
And that is all of the party. And indeed, all of our icons. And as the sword now lays forgotten at the feet of a salt statue, the Cantagaster roams the halls. And the story continues to stagnate in this briny hell we all are in. Maybe you can tell this story in the future. As indeed, that is all.
Damn.
As with the blowing of an abyssal seashell, our party is no more. But let's turn now to this story. And let's finish the tale for those of you at home.
Damn, Lizzie blew us to
I
death.
did.
So glad it's only on me.
And myself.
We were blown to death by Siemens.
I was gonna say, don't blow that. It makes the sea demons come out.
In the echo of the pelagic abyss, in the murmur of thermohaline currents, in the overwhelming pressure of the cold underwater trenches, lies an eldritch horror. Dreaming, awaiting the moment, as it has done in other forgotten eras. And Hydros, the reason why men fear the sea but do not remember why. A long time ago, there was a village by the sea, and its inhabitants vanished, but those who wore their faces remained. The Latrifax built a temple, our gargantuan's shadow, and there they fed their sleeping god with the memories of men. A prisoner escaped, and he brought his tale to a now forgotten king. Along with his army, the king marched to prevent the awakening of this elder horror. Like a mother ready to give birth, the abyssal gate opened, spewing forth the brine that devoured those lands. But nothing burns brighter than a soul. And nothing holds more power than an icon. Say hello to the Cantagaster, everyone.
Oh, they look so friendly. You could have talked them out of it, all of us, I bet.
So the Cantagaster is the king forgotten?
And silence now, for he can hear you. And as the corpses of our icons now sit in the nave, a sacrificed icon and a king whose name the world has forgotten. The Cantagaster bears the crown of salt, fused with his own skull. Caustic brine oozes from it incessantly, a painful torment. But his flesh keeps regenerating over and over again. His immaculate steel blade remains untarnished, his body twisted, his armor rusted, and his mind nearly lost. but he remembers his purpose: to keep the Elder Horror and Hydros sealed, no matter the cost. And as long as there is a crown of salt, there will be a Cantigaster. And protecting the world of story and legend from its brutal, briny end in the primordial soup of human imagination, the Cantigaster stands between the world and the ending, for good or ill. Thank you for joining me on this, our Alberon Goes Indie session. Not every story has a happy ending, and not every party completes its goal. And in this case, in A Crown of Salt, perhaps that's for the best, as you never really know what you'll unleash. But what is a story without its ending? And this story continues on. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time. And if you can't wait, Alberon has wonderful stories for you that are original, that do have endings. And see if you can tell which of us icons are rooted in stories and myth from another time. We'd love to have you here with the stories we tell and share with you. Thank you, everyone, and thank you to my friends. We'll see you another time, Thursdays and Fridays. Goodbye.